First, a Kansas City police officer faces corruption charges tonight.
He's accused of not arresting two women in return for sexual favors. Mitch Weber's working the story. He's live outside the Jackson County Courthouse. Mitch?
Mark and Krista, Officer Jeffrey Holmes turned himself into police today. Now, when the investigation began back in late April, he was taken off patrol and moved to an administrative assignment. Now, when the second victim came forward, he was suspended with pay. Now, Kansas City, Missouri police officer Jeffrey Holmes is suspended without pay. He is facing 2 felony counts of acceding to corruption by a public servant. According to court documents, the first victim who came forward said the officer raped her at the extended stay on 105th Street in Kansas City. The woman told police that Holmes threatened to bust her for prostitution if she didn't have sex with him. At first, the victim thought her attacker was a security guard until she went to South Patrol to file a police report that her car had been stolen a couple weeks later and recognized him at South Patrol. The victim and a hotel clerk identified Holmes during a lineup. Now, the second victim who came forward told police Holmes asked her if she was a prostitute and forced her to take him back to her hotel at A1 Motel on 87th Street. She told officers Holmes threatened to arrest her for marijuana if she had in her room if she didn't have sex with him. Officer Holmes has been with the department for 13 years.
It's extremely disappointing, and it's actually infuriating, but it's also a very good day when someone who once wore the blue uniform and carries the badge no longer will do that. We don't want individuals like that on the department, and I know Chief Forte shares that opinion as well.
Jackson County Prosecutor Gene Peters-Baker, who you just heard there, also told us that Officer Holmes was off duty when these incidents allegedly occurred. Now, the first victim, again, told officers that the suspect was dressed as she thought was as a security officer with a gun. Now, the second victim told officers that her attacker was wearing a Kansas City, Missouri police uniform. Holmes is in jail tonight. He turned himself in this morning, and he's facing a $25,000 bond. We're live in downtown tonight. Mitch Weber, 41 Action News.